Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be covering two 2022 releases that I have yet to cover yet, and that is one Dior Homme Cologne and two Mont Blanc Legend Red. So without further ado, let's get into the video and let's get it.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah.
All right, welcome back. So in this video, again, I'm going to be covering two 2022 releases that I have yet to cover. If you're new to my channel, I have been covering 2022 releases pretty much at least once or twice a week since they've been coming out, since I started my channel 2 months ago. Really, there are reasons why I didn't cover these two, the Dior Homme Cologne 2022 and Mont Blanc Legend Red. And there are a couple other ones out there. There are reasons for each one I haven't covered yet. But I'm going to start out here with the Mont Blanc Legend Red. So I've tested it out quite a few times while I was looking for my other 2022 releases. I got like 10 of these different packages. If you go to Macy's, even to this day, even though it was released like 3 months ago, they will pitch it to you as if it came out yesterday. Don't buy it yet, and I will tell you why. So I'm gonna spray this on paper to give myself a little bit of a memory. Okay, so I'll give you a note breakdown. The top notes are blood orange, grapefruit, and cardamom. Mid notes are cedar, juniper, and clary sage. And the base notes are cedar again, mahogany, and tonka. So this is a spring and summer type fragrance. In the opening, you get a splash of citruses. It's a synthetic citrus, but I mean, most designers do have synthetics in there, but it's a subtle amount of citruses. And then you get some sweetness in there, some juniper, and some green cardamom. It's aromatic, it's citrusy. That's pretty much what you get in the opening. It's nothing out of the box, but it smells really nice. It's right in line with the rest of the Mont Blanc Legend line. I mean, Legend Intense is a little bit more intense, but as far as this line is concerned, it's a good addition, especially in the opening. So again, I've tried this on before, and yes, this is my first impressions, but I have worn it outside of Macy's. Like, I would spray it on at Macy's, and then I would smell myself for the next few hours. Once you get to the dry down, it's just boring. It's boring, it's woody, with a slight touch of clary sage and tonka bean. You can't really tell that there's much tonka bean in here. You can't really tell there's much clary sage in here. It's just like, almost like an amber wood or ambroxan mixed with other woods like cedar, and just a slight bit of a weird tonka bean and a little bit of clary sage. I'm not saying it's bad by any means, but the reason I'm not picking this up right now, yeah, it's already starting to come out. I mean, it takes about 20 minutes for the dry down to come out. So the first like 20 minutes to half hour are definitely good. You get that really nice citrusy notes, you get the juniper, but the dry down is what makes it where it falls right in par with the rest of the line, which the rest of the line you can find right now for about $40 to $50 on FragranceNet. So what I'm doing is, again, I have about 10 of these booklets, so I'll just use those until the Mont Blanc Legend Red goes down to $40 on FragranceNet. That is what this is going to be worth. Probably in 6 months to a year, you'll find it at Burlington or wherever the hell else you find your Mont Blanc fragrances, because they are pretty much everywhere. But right now, just based on what I smell, there is nothing out of the box. There's nothing super unique about it that would make me want to pay the $100 price that's there. It's just not worth it. It's a nice fragrance, yes. Would I wear it? Yes. Would I pay $100 for it? No. So again, opening good, aromatic, citrusy, fresh, green. Dry down, boring, woody, pretty much it. So that is Mont Blanc Legend Red. It's a good fragrance, just not fantastic, nothing out of the box. So the next fragrance I want to do a first impression on is a true first impression, I think, and that is Dior Homme Cologne 2022. So Dior comes out with these fragrances at the beginning of a year. They call it the year before, like Dior Homme Sport 2021 came out in 2022. So for the sake of the video, I'm calling it Dior Homme Cologne 2022. So I went, if you know anything about Dior Homme Cologne, I had the bottle and I bought it at the end of last spring. And then I wore it throughout the entire summer, and it was gone by the end of the summer, because if you use Dior Homme Cologne the way it's supposed to be used, like 15 to 20 sprays each time, because it's light, it's citrusy, it's fresh, and you can spray it as many times as you want. You're not going to offend anybody, and then you have to respray it after every few hours. And also, a really cool tip, put it in the fridge for like 20 minutes or the freezer for like 5, and if you're really hot, spray it on yourself, because it'll cool you down, and not only that, but it will make you smell good. But anyway, so yeah, I used the bottle all through last summer. So I went a few weeks ago to pick up Dior Homme Cologne, and I went to pick up Dior Homme Sport 2021. I went to Macy's. The Dior rep was there. She didn't know what I was there for, so she said to me, "Hey, if you pick up a Dior fragrance, I will give you a 20 milliliter roller ball of your choice of any Dior fragrance." I, of course, chose the most expensive Sauvage Elixir, damn it. She said, no, it's too expensive. So I said, well, isn't all the Dior's expensive? I know Sauvage is like 160 or whatever. But anyway, she said, well, why don't you pick up the new Dior Homme Cologne? I said, new Dior Homme Cologne? I didn't know. I knew the Dior Homme and the Dior Homme Sport 2021 were new. I didn't know this was new. I didn't hear anything about it. I must have just passed it up. So she said, yeah, it's been reformulated, remade, repackaged, all of that. And so I was like, So I decided that I'm going to take this rollerball, I'm going to test it out, I'm going to see if there is any differences from the original, and then once I'm done with the rollerball, I will pick up, either if they are the same, I'll pick up the one on Fragrance Net that was released years ago, and that's like much cheaper, or I'll go, if it is different and I like it better, I will go to Macy's and I'll pick up the Dior Homme Cologne that they just released in 2022. But anyway, so the main notes that you get here, top note is bergamot, mid note is grapefruit blossom, and base note is white musk. Very similar to the original. So I'm going to roll this on my skin. Again, they gave me a roller ball, so I can't really put it on a piece of paper, even though I would like to spray a bunch of sprays. Ooh. Yeah, that's the same. Right in the opening, you're smacked in the face with a bunch of citruses. Orange, bergamot, all that. It smells like lemonade mixed with the Dior Homme DNA. So if you don't know anything about the Dior Homme Cologne, and you do know something about the Dior Homme Sport, it smells like a lighter, more citrusy, less DNA from the Dior Homme line version of Dior Homme Sport. That is how I can put it the best. It's very light. I mean, using that roller ball is not really the way that this fragrance should be used. It needs to be sprayed a bunch. But yeah, you get that citruses, the orange, the bergamot. It's just a bunch of citruses. And then in the background, you get that musky Dior Homme DNA without the iris. Like if you guys like the old Dior Hommes that have that iris, that's not what this is. Yeah, it's just citruses. It's just really fresh. It's really clean. It's a bit musky. It's really nice. Same as the original. So yeah, I'm going to be picking up. So my guess is it was just repackaged. This was the old bottle. This is the new bottle. So I think they're just trying to make the whole line uniform and presentable. So that's my guess. Unless they changed the longevity and the sillage of this or projection, which it doesn't seem like the projection's any different. It's pretty much the same. So I like the old bottles, so I'm gonna end up, when I'm done with this thing that'll probably take me a day to get rid of, I will probably end up going and buying the one on Fragrance Net. It's like $30 or $40 cheaper. Use that and then buy another one of those. So yeah, save yourself some money. It is a really, really nice fragrance. It still is, but it's just the same as the original Dior Homme Cologne. It's citrusy, it has a Dior Homme DNA, it's light, it's subtle, it's really nice. So yeah, those are the two. It's Mont Blanc Legend Red. I would wait until this gets down to about $40, $50, or at a rack store. Dior Homme Cologne smells the same as the original. If you don't care about the presentation, then I would go with the one from Fragrance Net if you can find it on there. But yeah, thank you guys very much, and I'll be back with another one. Please remember, like, comment, subscribe, and to hit the bell. Thanks so much, and you guys have a good day.